Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for coming to this reading. I am really grateful to you guys for showing up. And if you are someone who's already subscribed, thank you so much for coming. You are highly appreciated. You are highly loved here and treasured. And this is a reading today. It's going to be a collective reading. I have been inspired by Spirit to do this reading today. It is going to be a general collectively reading for those who need it the most. Okay? However, it is a very important reading because I will be revealing things that I have had visions of and premonitions of over the last few weeks, and maybe even before then. Some of them were even before then, but I didn't understand them at the time. But now I've had some recently over the last 2 weeks that are, told me about what was going to happen in many areas all throughout the world. Okay, so if you have, like I said, if you are subscribed, you're welcome. Thank you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You are handsome. You are a king or a queen. And if you are new, thank you. You're amazing. You're gorgeous. You're handsome. You are a king or a queen. You are all abundant. You are all beautiful people. You have a lot, which we are grateful for. And even more goodness is coming, especially to people who have a positive outlook and a pure heart. Okay, in the world the way that it's going now, I have been told that people who are good-hearted, faithful, do the right thing, etc., all of these like cliche descriptions. Some people think that they are cliche, but to me they are very important. The reason we get our gifts is important, and I think people need to know about it if someone wants to start to see the other side or see things before they happen prophetically. I know that many of you are readers, many of you are psychics, many of you are people who are enlightened, if not all of you. I have subconsciously called upon powerful people tonight. I want powerful people to hear this reading. I want them to hear it all. I have subconsciously called on people who are in need of this message. People who need to hear it because it could be important based on geographically where the people are. At some point this will be revealed as to what exactly it is. I'm very serious about this reading, and everything I will say will be exactly what Spirit told me, and may God be my witness. I will start it with a prayer for you guys. Dear God, please come into the lives of the collective. We call upon your energy. We call upon you. Please come into our lives. Please give us health. Protect us. Give us wealth. Give us love. Give us abundance in all its forms. May all the sick who have attended this channel be healed. May all the lonely who have attended this channel be partnered. May all the poor who have attended this reading or entered this channel and attended this reading, may they become wealthy and rich. May anyone who has any lack be fulfilled in the period to come. I cast upon all of the people who are watching this reading and a blanket of protection, an energy of protection. I ask you, the Most High, to please give me permission to extend my energy to all these people. They are wonderful. They are powerful. They are needed. We need you all. We need you. That is what they are saying to me. We need you. Now, just to give you guys an introduction about myself, my name is Monty. I've been a psychic clairvoyant since I was born. Apparently, I used to go up to pregnant women and say, baby, baby, even before, as soon as I walked. But I have been professionally practicing this for 27 years. Now, I come from a diverse background. I have French ancestry, Moroccan, Egyptian, and I have Ethiopian, I have Spanish, and I have a trace of Indian roots, and that is a Native American, which I have no idea how I got the Native American. I am, I'm not in the USA, I've never lived there, but apparently I do have some. So I think everyone was one in the beginning anyway, and we all went out. But the ones that I am aware of, I have mentioned. I do have some Cypriot family roots as well, which I am aware of. This is I'm aware of. Now, there are other countries that are part of my ancestry, but very minor. Lebanon, and Saudi Arabia. But these are far back in our ancestry. We just know their names. I haven't seen them in the family tree. Now, I am giving you this for a reason, this history for a reason. I just want you to all realize that we are all one on this planet and in the universe. Okay? We are all one energy. Our creation was based on this concept, to create us as one. When something tries to separate people or split them apart, it is considered as going against the will of creation. It will be fought against severely, and it will be defeated. Good always wins over evil. I just want you all to know that. I have connections with passed on ancestors, with fairies, with elementals, with the mermaids, and with extraterrestrial energies. Tonight, I will reveal this to you all, and I want you to listen to this reading really well till the end, because I will be giving you advice on how to protect yourselves if there's anything negative that I pick up, okay? So the deck that I want to start with now that was a bit intense, don't you guys? But they want me to say this, so I wouldn't say anything just out of my own regard, just because I want, to impress or to, repel. I'm following the advice very carefully. So I'm shuffling the cards today. This deck is the Nefertari Tarot, and it is a very beautiful deck. I have used it most of my life. So let's see what cards come up for the collective. I wanted to actually write out a few things, but then they said no. They said we will give you the messages during the reading. So I will do them in sets of 4, the cards, okay? It's a collective message, it's an open message, it's for those who need to hear it the most, or supposed to meant to hear it, okay? Okay, so this card has fallen out. So card is the Devil. Right. So the Devil card, it talks about toxic relationships or conditions. Okay. I have had a few premonitions that have been very hard for me to have. The spirits are aware of that. I don't mean to scare anyone. I just want to say that everything is going to be okay. If you have come and watched this reading, believe me, you'll be fine. Okay? Now the devil is the evil that we are all fighting against. I've had my ancestors on my case for the past few weeks. telling me that there is a war between good and evil, between forces of good and evil on this planet and even around it. And everyone is part of this, okay? Keep your deeds clean. This lying, this devil over the earth needs to stop. It needs to stop. There are so many lies in today's society. Everything is sugar-coated. People lie about everything they do. Simple transactions have become lies. You pay money, you are charged. They don't tell you about the charges. You buy something, you've paid more than it's worth. And so it's a vicious cycle that has connected everyone to it. Because sellers and tenders and business owners, they have to follow suit. If the taxes are high, if the interest rates are high, coming from the top, then they have to increase their prices. They have to follow with the tide. And I don't think this can be held against anyone, because it's like everyone, it's happening to everyone and no one knows where it started. As we know, I mean, this life plane, the earth, the influence of the devil on it, or the negative, is very powerful. It is meant to test us. It is meant to help us grow. It is meant to help our souls ascend, so that when we leave this plane, naturally, we go into a higher plane of existence, where we are limitless, where we have all the knowledge, all the power, all the light, where we see and feel and hear God, where we have everything that we want or desire without reprimand, without it being called a sin, without it being called negative. By nature, I'm a very positive person, and I think that, you have to do everything. When I do anything personally, I make sure that it's for a good reason and for a positive effect. So the message here from Spirit is that, yes, the devil is oppressing the planet, be it through disease or through the way that the planet is running. This has attracted even more negative karma to planet Earth. And this is why everything is almost falling apart. Okay? If I would sit here and tell you, this coming month or next month is going to be amazing, nothing bad is going to happen, I would be lying to you. And I'm not in the business of lying. I challenge anyone to tell me that everything is going to be okay without a blemish of fear or pain, and I will stand up to them. I don't believe that is part of life. Life has its good and its bad. It's a global energy. And the message that the spirits have given is that this devil can only oppress the ones who stand under its feet and face the same way it's facing. It will not oppress the ones who are facing in the other direction, but they will feel the weight of whatever's going on here. I'm sure many of you know about the law of so above as above, so below. So this will be felt by this. These people will feel it. This one will feel the weight of everything, because they're empaths, they're psychics, but they're strong enough to carry it all. Okay, and I think many of us psychics and clairvoyants, thank you. I do feel your energy here, you guys, and you spiritualists, and you are amazing, all of you. Thank you for the love. I do feel it. Thank you so much. The message is important for attention, so the ascension, and it deserves attention. Guys, please try and listen to this video till the end, okay? It's important, because I believe every word that's going to be channeled by me tonight is going to be important for someone to hear. Even if you can't finish it all in one sitting, come back and listen to it. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for money. Okay? This is not my purpose. Okay? The money is not my goal. I am doing this just to give people a message. And then everyone is free to do what they want with that message. Okay? No one is holding anyone in ransom. But everyone is free to do what they want. So the devil is trying to take control of the planet. The next card that the spirits have revealed to me is strength. There's going to be a big victory for us in the near future. This card of strength shows this Egyptian queen, Kandaka. They're called Kandakas. They used to be in the old days. In Upper Egypt, they started where Sudan, the country of Sudan, is now. And in the empire of the Egyptians started in Nubia and went up the Nile. The women who were part of the beginning of the kingdoms of Egypt, especially the monotheistic ones, or the ones who believed in the one God, they were very powerful. Even the wife of the Pharaoh, the arrogant, prideful Pharaoh who went against Moses, she was a good woman. She knew that there was a God that was higher than her husband. The women there used to control snakes. The word Kandaka means, Kan is snake in Old Egyptian, Daka is controller. These are not Arabic words, they are African. This is an African language. They used to also control the lions and beasts. They used to come to them freely. They had that power. But this all stemmed from a spiritual power that we all have to call upon at the moment. We have to be courageous. We have to be energetic, positively. We have to be intelligent. We are going to win over brute force. This is brute force, whatever's going on around the globe. This card represents victory over brute force and mastery of actions. It represents activity in work morally and strength and defense of right causes. And most of all, it represents the defeat of evil. Evil will fall. And we are prepared to stand up against it. Now, I know that all of you have healed, or most of you. Some of you are still healing. The energy that I feel is very radiant. It's like many suns and flowers cropped upon this reading. I feel the magic, the strength. I feel the spirituality. I feel the hope. And Mother Earth feels it too. So she is standing by our side. We will have victory. Over all this that's going on, okay? We will. The next card is the Nine of Wands. And this is also a very powerful card. It's a card of strength in adversities and final success. But also interruptions, delays and postponements on a global scale. We are approaching a time where things are not going to be very nice. Okay? If you ask me whether there's going to be another... I have done a video, one of the first lot of readings that I did on my channel. It was about, like the spirits had told me to say that between April, May, things are going to slow down. And this is going to come to pass. It has already started with what they are finding out, let's say in the health portion of our test, which is a global thing. They're starting to find out that things need to be slowed down again. I saw the news today. It wasn't nice, but I have to see it because I have to check. I always check if my premonitions come to pass or not, obviously. I know I believe them 100% when they happen, but when they come to pass, I am even more reassured by that. And if anything, this reading should be a reading of reassurance to whoever attends it, that you're going to be okay. You really will, especially if you've come to see this reading. And I do urge you, if you have someone that you care about, send them the reading, let them watch it. I don't care about people's opinions if they're negative. It's up to them. Everyone has an opinion. I don't care. The important thing is to get the message out. Okay? Now, it's up to us to do our best to not care about outside negative influences. If someone has been trying to bring you down, don't. Many of the collective who are positive and affirmed and strong and even intuitive and psychic and magical, they have come under fire recently. But I feel this negativity, especially when it deals with like outside energies trying to stop the good collective or the positive collective or the collective of power, let's call it. They're not winning. We're not listening to them. If you started a business and it's not going well, it will, whether they like it or not. If you started a channel and it's slow, it's going to pick up whether they like it or not. If you are a member of our tribe, which I know the people who are watching this reading are, I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of you. And I extend my energy to you all, my love and my energy. I am inspired by you all. I know that we will win. Okay? So recently we have had to leave a lot of negativity behind when it comes to mundane things. Because our energy needs to be freed up. Because we are going to be busy manifesting this victory. Okay? I know we have heard about this war in Russia and Ukraine. This is not a simple thing and it's not going to stop there. But this tyrant, he's going to be defeated. Okay? And I have done a short about this as well, because this is one of the first messages that came to me. They said the tyrant from the west shall fall. He repeats the things that he's done again to get him into power again, as they all do. Tyrants who fall, they repeat the same mistake. It's like a way of karma or God showing them that the same deception that you won with is going to be the same deception that will take you down. This uncanny thing that happens to all the tyrants around the world and will start happening now, one by one. Because the coming age is an age of freedom. It's an age of light. The Lord Jesus will come. Okay, even if someone doesn't believe it, you'll live. I hope you will live, hopefully, to see it. He will come. Okay? And people are going to be pissing themselves when that happens, obviously. All of us. But I know he will come. Now, I think that this is all leading up to that, but it could take a while before it happens, because a few things need to fall into place before the big salvation and resolution for the planet and solution comes to pass. There will be an age of freedom and prosperity to come, an age of beauty, an age of fairness, an age of respect for the planet, because we've all contributed to it one way or another, either willingly or unwillingly. We do small things, become vegan, throw a trash in the recycling bin, but it's like reached an extent where even the air we breathe is a chemical process. So the planet is revolting. God works in mysterious ways, and it is my belief, firm belief, that he has designed the planet this way to rebel against. its own destruction and therefore the destruction of its children. So the planet is rebelling. All of these illnesses and wars are because the planet is not really happy. Okay, so the age that will come will be a very green age. It will be an age where the heavens will open, literally. We will start to see consciences, which is already starting to happen, but will happen on a bigger scale, from other planets, from other galaxies, from other star systems, operating with us in a very open way. Because they have gone through very similar things to what we are going through. They've gone through the Nine of Wands. They've gone and they've fought and they've had their victory. Because the Nine of Wands is a card of victory in the end. Okay, it's a card of a bit delays and moments, like I was just saying, but then there's going to be a big victory. So they're all coming. When I was young, I just want to tell you guys something very interesting. I am a qualified doctor. I have a medical degree. I've worked in medicine for many years, but at the same time I was doing my spiritual stuff. In the end, I was called into the spirituality and I left that profession. Why? Because I started getting premonitions about things that were going to happen. And I literally was pulled out of that practice to do the spiritual thing. This is where my ancestors wanted me, because they had that. I would have stayed and worked as a doctor, of course, and fought whatever was going on if I had the choice. But it's not my choice. They chose this, and I always have said yes to them, because in the end the result was amazing. Whatever result they wanted for me was amazing. Now, I was pulled out of that. At the time, I was very upset, and I was talking to my grandmother, to my uncles, to my granddad, who are all very spiritual people on both sides of my family. And I was asking them, I don't know why. And then my grandma, Giselle, who is from France, she said to me, a day will come when you will understand why. For now, keep your head down and work. You need to help people with your energy, and there is big calamities coming. You have a part to play in that. You have a message to give out. So I was like, okay. I listened to her in everything, Giselle, because she was the epitome of wisdom, epitome of beauty. Like, she always stood up for me. She kept me close to her. Out of her 40 grandchildren, I'm the only one who got her tarot deck, and we had a special relationship. So now that this pandemic came, and I was lucky to have not been working in that field, because it's very difficult for these heroes at the moment who are fighting on our behalf. And my life could have been lost, and therefore my message would have been lost. And this is something that my ancestors, and I believe the Most High, was not prepared to allow to happen, because I was carrying this seed inside of me. And I'm not saying this in arrogance or pride. I'm just telling you my struggle and what happened. Because I could have been earning like millions now as a private doctor somewhere, but I wasn't allowed to do that. Now, the thing here is that we have to stand together. Any divisive thoughts, any negative thoughts you get about anyone, get that out of your head. You have to start to look at people with clean eyes. We are all part of the same planet. If an energy irritates you or abuses you or hurts you, stay away from them. That's fine. But I'm talking about generally, when you encounter people, don't just watch your words, watch your mind and watch your heart, because you don't know who has the power. Okay? I know that with you psychics and spiritualists, you know that if someone upsets you really badly, they usually, unfortunately, they suffer. And some people are simply part of some kind of bloodline or something that doesn't allow them to be hurt without the karma being delivered very swiftly. But these people are like children. They're so sweet and so simple inside, and this is how I keep myself all the time. And I want whoever's watching this reading to, I'm just reminding you guys of that, but I know that most of you, especially the enlightened people here, are like that by nature. Because your third eye doesn't open into a well of dirt, it opens to the light. If you don't have light, your third eye around you, the third eye will not open to see it. Your feelings, your sixth sense, it won't open to see it. That is why I love all of the tarot readers online and the spiritualists and everything. And believe me, when I watch a video, I know what levels they are, who they are, what they're doing, and so on. And I have a big love for them because I know that this gift of being psychic, it is born often of pain, unfortunately. And you have to go through it, that's why it's called an awakening, an exploration of the shadow self. And these circumstances can conspire against the person, so that happens. Now, circumstances are conspiring against planet Earth because they want her third eye to open. Do you understand where I'm going with this now? We're going towards an ascension. The opening of another dimension towards us. The opening of a lot of beings of light. They have been overseeing us, watching us. They have been worried about us. They have been literally on guard so that no one does anything stupid. And you'll see how things are going to blow up in the face of evil while trying to destroy the planet and nuclear weapons and all that. You'll see how that's going to all mess them up royally. Okay, so because no one has that kind of thought without having someone listening. What they forget is that there's always someone listening. When he has the thought about opening something like that, or unleashing it on the world, this tyrant from the West, let's say, someone was listening to him when he had that thought. It will not happen. This ox, Apis, is my friend. He is the beginning of all mystical things in Egypt, in ancient Egypt. He is with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a beautiful card to come after the Nine of Wands. So there will be some kind of struggle that we will all go through, but we will come out victorious. Like I said, something new will be created, and Apis represents new creation. Apis represents creativity, enterprise. His name is Abyss, but in English they say Apis, Abyss, his name. So, he is a bringer of good luck, of inheritance. The good will inherit the earth. Egyptian mythology has originated from him. Now I think they're finding archaeological things, animals and stuff like that, where they understand why Egyptians now used to draw all these things. So there will be a new beginning after a period of adjustment here, where things are going to not be exactly good. Okay? A couple of days ago I had a vision. There was a big sphere, a big ball of mud rolling towards the city of London. Okay? And at the same moment, it was coming out for some kind of woods. To be honest, the feeling I got was like Siberia or something. It looked very cold, very desolate, like no one was there. The sun was hardly there in the sky. There was a light behind this. There was a light behind this ball of mud. And it was so huge, and it would literally crush the city of London, this ball. But the ball did not reach it. I came to my back to this dimension before the ball reached London. I'm in the UK, so I really care deeply about London. I don't want anything negative to happen, but it seems as if something wants to happen there. The thing that scared me the most was in the vision I saw London calling me on the phone, like as if I had a friend called London. And this only happens to me when I'm about to lose someone. They phone me in my vision. Or they WhatsApp me. They WhatsApp me usually. In the past they used to text. Now they WhatsApp, and also with this they call. When someone calls, this is something not nice at all. I have received guidance that it will be around, like, probably in the middle of the city. Whatever this is going to happen, I don't know what it is, or in the central parts. It could be the pandemic, it could be something else, it could be some kind of missile, or God knows. I wasn't given much details, but I saw that. So if someone's listening to this reading and you are from London, get out of the city center. Okay? You'll thank me later. Alright? Now this summarized the first part of this whole situation, this whole business. So the devil is trying to fight the divine feminine here is being very strong, especially divine feminine women. We need you. This is your time. Okay? Masculines, we also need you. Some of you are going to be how this new beginning is going to be built or even started, because it's not just the feminines who have power here, it's an equal energy from both. We all need to put in the work. The best thing you can do is just to be a good person by the definition of the book. And what is a good person? Become harmless in your thoughts and your actions, physically and spiritually. Protect your energy. If you see someone who needs your help, give them your help, if you can. Like, I see these YouTube ads that absolutely break my heart. Children in Yemen, in Syria, families. They've had this devastation that's coming to the planet a long time before it came. This was also part of why the planet is going through this karma. I don't care who listens to this reading. You need to open your ears. The reason that this is happening to us is because of the lies. You need to stop. Wealth needs to be distributed amongst the whole planet. Energy needs to become free. If you have something that has to do with that, do it. Oil will drive you all into the ground. Okay? So you need to be strong. If anyone knows about these things or works with these things. There is an energy as well. The spirits revealed to me that this year there are going to be a lot of scientific breakthroughs. So things are going to be discovered that people didn't know about. And they will be really good. And part of why this all is happening as well, of course, the universe and God and the universe and the energies that are around us don't do anything for no reason. Wow, look at this now. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so let me tell you about what the spirits told me about the world and what's going to happen. So there's going to be breakthroughs. Even my friends, psychic friends, they've confirmed this as well. It's very likely that there will be some kind of scientific advancement because of what's going on. And this is where they want to push us to. Advancement on all levels. Also, they said that this year, God is going to come for the wicked. You will see the wicked die. There are going to be a lot of deaths. The majority of these deaths will be people who are wicked inside. Okay, inside their hearts. Selfishness, disregard of other people, narcissism, illegality, scamming, things like that. If there's any scammers watching this video, I warn you, you need to look for something else to do. The karmic scales are going to be balanced. People who have been wronged for years and years and years upon years will get their justice this year. I know many of us have. Many of you watching this video have. I have. So you will be getting your justice this year. Full justice, full payment, repayment. And it's more than what has been taken from you. I'm not going to say with interest because I don't like that word. I'm just going to say that karma comes back in multiples, whether it's good or bad. Karmic energy. So whatever's been taken from you is going to be returned in multiples. Just watch, whoever you are. One way that the universe is going to work this year is that it's going to financially compensate people who are pure of heart. If you want money, the age where deception led you to that is over. Okay? The power that is bigger than you and me and everything has decided that. He has decided that wealth will be distributed amongst the poor. People who don't have much, they will start getting money. Hence this Ace of Pentacles. Okay? Emotionally, if someone has wronged you as well, you will be compensated. If that person is wicked, then my advice to them is to change their ways. Okay. The next card here is the Knave of Cups. Chalices. This Knave is about learning. You see, he's sitting here studying something, but it's also about art. So there's going to be a lot of artistic things that are going to come up in the world. People who have talents will start to rise up and show themselves. If any one of you is watching this video, please make your talent known to the world, because you could save the world. My intention is not to save the world. My intention is to save as many as I can by revealing the knowledge that I have. My aim is to just give the knowledge. As I said, whatever people want to do after that with the knowledge is up to them personally. But my job here is to reveal what I know. Full stop. I will not pass judgment. I have never passed judgment on anyone in my life. Meaning to do it, I haven't. Because I believe that, it's not my job to judge people. It's the job of... If I was perfect, I would judge people. But I'm not perfect, I'm flawed. So I have to look at my own flaws first. And then go after people. If I think I've become perfect. Which would never happen. So yeah, there's a strong energy here for you guys to get your shit together and get your talent out there. Whatever you do, if you know what to do, something else to do, start doing it now, because that will be the source of your Ace of Pentacles. Okay? And sometimes God creates things like YouTube, for example. The reason it's very successful, I think, and I don't know if YouTube will agree with me, but it has to do with the Ascension, because people are able to express themselves and more spiritual knowledge is coming out. Spirituality is very important. Nothing comes to this realm without happening in spirit first. So when things manifest here, they've already happened there. That's why psychics know what they know. We see it in that realm before it comes and manifests here. Okay, so spirituality is becoming widespread. And I believe in all religions, because in my family I have all religions. They say that God will place his spirit in the people towards the end of this whole rubbish journey that everyone has had for the past 2,000 years, or maybe more, few thousand years. There's going to be a lot of people reflecting and meditating. I would encourage everyone to meditate. This card also talks about reflection and meditation. And this will help you guys get your art out, become more rested, have more energy to do what you are supposed to do in terms of your artistic influence. Art is going to be big. Whether people are going to start singing about things, or like writing about them, or drawing about them. This is how the Ascension part is going to be inflicted upon the people. Through art, through creativity, through reflection, and definitely through meditation. Meditation connects us to the one consciousness. Okay, so if you've not been meditating, please start. It's really amazing. If you can't, just do it for a second even, it's enough. I know some people who can't meditate. If you can't meditate, just, reflection is good as well. I know the people who are watching this reading, anyone who's seen this reading is amazing and powerful themselves. And you guys probably know what I've been saying already. But I just have to put it out there just in case someone passes by who doesn't know. So, the outcome is going to be wealth, especially for those who are less advantaged, at a lesser advantage. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of wealth. Me, myself, I certainly plan on doing a lot of charity work and stuff, so I will be giving back if anything good comes my way. But if it doesn't, then I think my readings and so on is how I can give back for the time being. I have been giving to charities though, but my dream is wanting to do it on a bigger scale. Maybe that's because I'm an Aquarius. I'm so concerned about this now. But it will be fine. You see this eye close to the Ace of Pentacles, on the Ace of Pentacles? This is one of the Egyptian gods of fortune. Obviously now, these days, because we've been through, it's like, whether you're a Christian or Muslim or whatever religion you are, you believe in your God, this is an energy, I would call it an energy of prosperity. So there will be a lot of wealth coming to people this year. The Five of Swords, which obviously is not a nice card. But we expect that, because I've said that to you guys in the beginning. It's not going to be easy. A lot of destruction will happen. A lot of losses, disgrace for some people who have been thinking that they were better than others. They can do whatever they want. But they will be stopped. Okay? I can see in the world generally that two big forces are going to join together to fight this evil. I'll clarify the Two of Cups for me, please. Clarify the Two of Cups for me. Oh, the Queen of Swords. So, I'm telling you, the Divine Feminine is very important here. And also, expression, self-expression. But sometimes I interrupt this. I interpret this card as the United States. I think they are a very powerful country. They have Our Lady of Liberty there. I have family there. I love the USA. I have family in the South. But I think that this Queen of Swords is just expressing, like, this is the age of Aquarius. So where we're going now is the age of Aquarius. I wanted to say the sign of Aquarius is going to be important. Aquarius people. I'm an Aquarius, my son, and I'm an Aquarius stellium. And I've noticed that many of the readers online have Aquarius, but they're either Aquarius in the sun or Aquarius somewhere on the chart. Many of you will have that. People will make this big change. You will have this Ace of Swords energy, but it is also it's also an energy that people are not going to be seeing each other for a while. There could be some another, because of everything that's going to happen, there will be people that are far away from us that will not be able to see. Okay, is what I'm seeing as well. Alright, so we will be safe, they will be safe, but we won't be able to see them for a bit until things calm down. But they'll be fine. Just we need to pray together for this. So the next card here that I'm getting is the Eight of Wands, to clarify this card. You guys, we're going to start seeing things on the news that are going to be good for the good causes. But my feeling is, if there's anyone who is in a position of power who's come to this reading by, happenstance, the people in the West, you need to act fast. If you don't, it's not good. Faster than what people are doing now. There needs to be more action. This card is also saying that there will be more action taken towards this idiot here. So there's going to be a lot of actions, fast action. But the idiot was guided to do this so that he can be cleansed out of the picture. Okay? And this is all why this is all happening. People are starting to see that where people were scared of someone, sometimes their bark is worse than their bite. But I'm not saying this idiot is not going to bite, or at least try to, after the vision I had of London. But I'm saying that swift action will be taken against him. Okay? It's very irritating what's going on. I certainly find it very irritating. I find it very stupid. Please excuse me, but I find what Russia is doing very stupid. And I think it's only going to finish him, Putin, but it's not going to be, probably not, he's going to go more crazier towards the end, because he's going to realize that he's losing everything. So that's why I'm saying people need to act now. If someone listening, or you know someone, even if you know someone in a position of power, send this reading to them. It's important. They need to act. This dilly-dallying and sitting about is wrong. Okay, just coming on the news and saying something is wrong. Telling people fake news, if you say news to people, that's not really what's going on the ground, is wrong. You need to take action. More action. Not taking their oil is not enough. I don't know what they're going to do. This is not my area of specialty, but I will leave it up to the experts. I believe the Queen of Swords will have her victory in the end. Okay, so this represents the West, the Queen of Swords as well. So we will have our victory over them. I'm just very irritated, but I have been fighting them spiritually. If we can't go and fight there physically, at least we can do it spiritually if we have time. So if anyone's watching this reading, please do it. You are protected. Don't worry about anything. They can't do anything to you. They can't do anything to me. They can try, and then they'll find out exactly what is protecting me and protecting you. Okay? They'll find out. They won't be able to touch you. So you got the Two of Pentacles. So there's going to be choices that are made with regards to finances and so on, especially finances. But it's like this Two of Pentacles is saying that we all have a choice about what to do. It's about amusement as well, and happiness and happy occasions sometimes, but I really pray that this is going to be what's going to come to transpire very quickly. Obviously, the only thing that can change these predictions really is prayer. If we pray very hard, they might not come to pass, the negative ones. But this requires a prayer from many people, most people on the planet. That's the only energy that will push this karma away. And as far as I know, we've done a very good job at alienating the spiritual and alienating the power of God and not submitting to it. And this is exactly why people are being pushed into a corner at the moment. Most of people. But the people of God and the people who are good at heart at least and believe in something, they will be okay. I mean, I know God is fair. If someone has had circumstances that made them not to believe in Him or something like that, He doesn't judge people like people judge people. If people judge people, there'll be no one left here on the planet. It's very fair, but I'm just saying that we need to all pray. Whoever prays, just please pray. There's going to be a leap of faith that will be taken when you get the Hanged Man here. And it's a time as well for many leaps of faith. There are going to be a lot of soulmate and twin flame reunions. A reunion of twin flame and a union of a soulmate connection. People are going to start becoming couples after they've been single for a very long time. A lot of the collective has. And this is the reason so many people, before all of this started happening, and someone has to say the truth, many people went to bed sad. The majority of some countries' populations are on antidepressants. So many people have been wronged. So karmically, the planet this is the real reason that it's attracting this karma. So there needs to be some real changes. And there will be, from what I can see ahead. Because even that ball of mud that was gonna stifle London, I saw a light behind it, a big light behind it. So it's like divinely guided, all this. I do apologize if it's been a bit, harsh or negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just relaying what I'm being told. But I'm usually someone who's very nice and doesn't say anything negative at all. And I'm very quiet. But I'm just, Spirit tonight said to me, you need to post this reading. You need to be honest about it. Tell you and say everything. And I was like, okay, I will. They said because people need to start saying this because they need to hear it so that they avoid, even bigger catastrophes from happening to us. We will win in the end, if this is any consolation. We will win. And we will live to see it. All of you on this reading, you will see it. There's going to be this moment of transition, the spirits are saying. And this is what the Hangman represents here. It's about the leaps of faith in love, but it's also about this moment of transition where things are really gonna change to the good. And then eventually everything is going to be fantastic. So, but that is going to, we will have to pay a price for it. And if many people don't change. So if you guys are psychics, gifted, you have that gift, you can talk to people, you have audiences. My channel is small, I only started very recently. But if you have that gift, start spreading it around. Look at how beautiful this card is. This is the Ace of Swords. This, do you know who this is? This is Horus. Have you heard of the Eye of Horus? Horus is Isis and Osiris' child. They are both considered, they were considered gods in ancient Egypt. Obviously they're not gods, but they are, like, they had powers and stuff. They could do many things because they were not from here. So, and they had a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. So Horus is their son. He has the all-seeing eye. If you see that Egyptian eye that was drawn, where is it? Yeah, if you see my, I apologize for the tattooed deck, but I use it extensively. So this eye is the eye of Horus, of that ego. And the Ace of Swords represents victory, maximum degree of victory. So there's going to be a big victory for the planet in the end. We're going to win. We're not going to be destroyed. We're strong. We're too strong for evil. We are too strong for evil. Is that right? Yeah, the spirits are very, very sure that we're going to be okay. So, in the end, good will win. And we will have a just king. I don't know who this king is. And I'm not about to name names. But there's going to be someone here who's going to be very influential and fair. The Emperor is also a card of achievement, rebuilding. But I feel that this is victory for the good man. Generally, the Emperor is representing good men and women who have the best interests of other people at heart and, you know, who are enlightened. So this is going to be the victory, because you see the all-seeing eye, and the scarab is about love and about prosperity as well. They will be very abundant, but there's going to be a good king. Whether he comes from the earth or the sky, I don't know. But there's going to be a good king in the end, a good ruler. Whether male or female, I also don't know. But I think that they are going to come, and they're going to... It's going to be a big victory for the whole world. So there will be, remember, there will be a moment of transition which will mean all of these negative things are going to start ending. But people need to act now. We need to change from the inside out. Circumstances don't change if people don't change what's inside them. They don't change. So no one can lay on the sofa all day and say, I'm going to become a superstar. I'm going to become a businessman. I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to become an architect. You got to go out there and do the work. When we talk about spiritual energy, miracles can happen, but miracles happen for those who try. It doesn't happen for those who don't. Try and pray and meditate. Even if you don't pray, if you're not Christian, you're not Muslim, you don't have any of these religions with you, try and meditate. Connect to the universe. It's all about this power that we all know about deep in our hearts. It's not about Muhammad or Jesus or, although I believe in the power of God and that He can send His Holy Spirit and people to guide people, but I also know that it's about, from what I've seen in the spirit world, about people who've transitioned. They've not all been from one religion. Some people even didn't have a religion, and they were in the good place. So, but it's about connecting to the one energy that you know is powerful, all powerful. Whether you call that the universe, which is very minimalistic because there's an infinite number of universes. which I know about, but I think that some people will want to call it the universe or the everything in like existence. So if you want to connect to that as well, that will help a lot. It will help. Good deeds will pay back greatly in these months, in this time of the planet. Even the smallest good deed. If you feed a mouse, you hear me? If you feed a mouse, you could get a house as repayment. Okay? So try and do good things as much as you can. Nobody's telling anyone to do anything more than what they are able to. And practice logic and reason when you do them. But there will be a lot of wealth very soon that is going to be poured out on all of the godly people, the good people, and the people who are positive. Whether they connect with Christianity, Islam, or the universe, or whatever, all of the people who are just innocent and pure, they will get the wealth. Okay? There will be a lot of wealth. And there will be a huge victory in the end. Now I know that in the future there's going to be a connection to the stars that is stronger than the shambles that they are showing us now. This is all rubbish what they're doing. They're see what card came out, the star. Oh my God. I know, because because I've seen it, I've seen them all. So there's going to be a stronger connection with the stars. And like I said, other galaxies, sometimes other dimensions or universes, there will be. And the spirits are saying that we will live to see it. Everyone watching this reading is going to live to see it, to know about it and see it. Earlier I was saying that about my medical background and how I was a doctor and so on, but then they stopped me from saying the rest of the story until the end. So now I'm gonna just, after I tell you this, I'm going to do a few cards from the fairy deck because I don't want to leave them out because I don't like being left out. But I will, they're all around us and they're very helpful as well and very sweet. So the star energy. So yeah, I never used to believe in that stuff, ETs and galaxies and all that. I thought it was just a heap of like lies and that there was nothing there. When I was younger, obviously, when I wasn't vulnerable, I was very ignorant. So then, well, I used to choose to believe, but I never had like a strong belief in it until something happened. So I lost my father in 2007, and he was a professor, a medical doctor and a professor, a pathologist. And he was a very open-minded man, very nice man, amazing. And since the moment that he passed on, for 4 months after the day he passed on, he used to come and visit me every single night in my sleep and tell me a story. And this is real, hand on heart, in front of God, this is real what I'm telling you. And then after the 4 months, I think some milestone was reached with his spirit, and he showed me these gates, these big pillars with lanterns on them. And then he said, and it's all a green garden. In front of and behind the pillars, there was no building. There was just these 2 long pillars, white or cream colored pillars with lanterns. So he said to me, I have to go through here now, but I love you, and I know that you are going to be okay, and and stuff like that. So I remember in the dream I cried, and I said to him, don't go. He said, I have to. So he went. Years then passed. I used to see him whenever I used to be in some kind of interesting situation where he would come and give me guidance. But then one time, that was in November 2019, I saw 2 UFOs, 3 actually, and they were following me. I saw them. I have videos of them. For some reason, they chose to reveal themselves to me, and I could see them. One was on the north side, one was on the eastern side of where I live. Then I went to town there was a parade, and usually when I go to town, I have my friend with me, and I was very anxious that night because there were so many people. And then we saw this UFO come really close to me and my friend above us, and then go away in an arc shape, do an arc shape in the sky. Like, it came just to look at us. Like, if this was me and this was my friend here, this thing came like that, and then it went back in an arc and then left like that. So I was telling my friend, and my friend was joking with me. He said maybe they want to come and check to see if we're okay. I was like, well, I don't know what they're doing, but it was beautiful to see. So then after a week after that, I had a dream of my father, and he came to me. He took me outside in the garden, and he said to me, look at the sky. I looked at the sky, and I saw the Pleiades. And then he looked at me, he said to me, do you know that there are people there? I said to him, well, I don't know, and I don't know. Of course I don't know. And then he said to me, yes, there are. This is where our ancestors come from. We belong to them. Actually, he said, we belong to them. I was like, how do you mean? He said, well, they've been watching over us. Go and look at its map. Because when I saw these Pleiades, they were moving. They were moving like machines, moving right and left, crossing this stuff. And this usually means, like in traditional dream, the French books, the old like French books and the Arabic books, and they all say that this means a change of leader or a change of establishment or leadership to a better one. So anyway, after a couple of days, I went and I looked at the Pleiades on my phone, on my iPhone. I looked at the Pleiades. As soon as I looked at them, I felt this connection. I was pulled into that photo. And then there was this particular star. When I looked at it, Electra, it was called Electra. When I looked at it, it was like someone pulled me by the hair from the back of my head. My hair is a bit long, so it was like someone pulled me back in a gentle way. And from that day on, every time I look at the star map, the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, look, I think these are also the Pleiades. Oh my God, wow. Oh my God, I didn't know that, by the way. So these are, I think these are the Seven Sisters. So anyway, crikey, that's really weird. So anyway, when I look at this Electra, it's about here, I think, in them. This one probably, or this one. Every time I look at it, it's like someone pulls me gently by the back of my head. To this day, anywhere I see it, on the phone, on television, in a map, like a paper map, it's just star map. That happens to me. Okay, I think we are connected to them some way. So I feel that there's going to be a connection to the stars. Obviously, I hope I haven't wasted some of your time by saying about the story about the stars, but it's very interesting how it happened to me, and I was advised to share it tonight with you guys, just to show you that we are not alone, that there's a lot of other intelligences who are watching what's going on. They're not really going to let it get too bad now, this time. I don't believe so. Especially because it involves nuclear. They be afraid of. They are going to take a leap of faith as well, they said. So I think something's going to happen. So let's do the fairies. How many cards do you want from the fairy deck? Obviously it's the Lenormand. I probably don't know how to read with any other deck apart from the Lenormand and then the Fertari. Do you want, how many cards do you want? 5? Okay. Alright. So let's see which card we get. Which cards we get now this time. So that the fairies are not upset. Because they do have emotions, and if they are upset it can get a little bit nasty. In a very cute way, but they do. They can like really create a lot of havoc. So I said 5 cards. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So this is a lily. The lily. And the lily card is a card of wisdom. it's advice for anyone who's watching this reading, for us to stick to being wise, stick to what we are doing, be connected to nature, is what I'm getting for them, and relax. Most importantly, chill. Nothing bad's gonna happen. You guys, especially watching this reading, I know the ones who are meant to listen to the message will listen to the message, and it will be very good for them, and it will probably save them a lot of trouble. They're saying be simple, the fairies. Be simple with your actions, with your things. The biggest joys can be brought with the simplest things, she said. Okay, that's beautiful. The king. What about your king? Yeah, he's watching. Yeah. The king of the fairies is watching, apparently. I don't know, I just hear them, and I've seen one that comes to my rituals. I do healing rituals. She's blue, like she comes like a light, like a firefly, but she's blue. And that usually is a sign that the reading will, that the work will go well. Right, so let's see. Obviously, you don't have to believe everything I tell you. Just take the message generally. So, you know. Oh, friendship. So the dog with this little fairy. And this is a card of friendship, a card of trust, companionship, and faith, which we all have in each other. I have absolute faith in you guys, and I trust you guys. Anyone who's come to this reading, I trust you very much. And I believe in you. So this beautiful card, the 13th card. So she said the 13th one. Happiness and joy represents happiness and joy. So she said, what's the chance of happiness? I don't know, my darling. It depends on what people do and how they are, right? And she also said the good will be saved. Okay, so happiness is coming, a time of great friendship between people. And look at this. I think I should stop here. Thank you guys so much. This is the golden key of success. When this card comes out, it is a sign of guaranteed success in whatever endeavor you are doing. Whatever you are doing, whoever has come to this reading, if there's something that's been worrying you, just know that you are going to be absolutely successful and get a huge victory here, okay? Thank you guys so much for coming. This is amazing. It was an incredible reading. And I feel honored to have been able to transmit this message to you guys. I hope it has helped you. I hope it has inspired you all. I am behind you. I am favoring you. I am giving you all the power and positivity that you need. And in us doing that, we get a lot of power ourselves, even though we do it selflessly. But this is how the universe works. Okay? So let's all stick together, work together. Please remember to subscribe and share and like and so on, so that the message goes out to as many people as possible. I do love you all, and I cherish you, no matter what happens, no matter what you do. And please know that the first message of this reading was victory, and the last message was guaranteed success. And amen to that.